the scariest part is just the first step. It's like anything. You know, I was having anxiety today. I had so much stuff to do, and I was just like, oh my God, I have to make a video. What am I going to make a video about? Oh, I should make a video on anxiety. And guess what? This video made me feel better. So I hope it makes you guys feel better. What's going on, guys? Welcome to this week's video. I'm really happy to be back here with you, and I got a really good topic that I want to talk to you about. So many of you guys messaged me asking me, Dr. Elizabeth, how do I deal with anxiety and fear? It's, you know, this is such a big topic. And so many people deal with it. And it seems to me, I don't know if it's just being talked about more, people are admitting that they're dealing with it more, having to deal with it more, or if it's actually just that things are so crazy right now in life that more people are dealing with anxiety. But it's a very big topic, and it's one that I'm really passionate about helping people with. With my private clients, I work on this all the time and clearing this energy. So let's break it down today and talk about as much as we can in the amount of time we have in this video. So first of all, let's talk about the anatomy of the energies of anxiety, fear, worry, doubt, not feeling good enough, kind of all together. They all boil down to fear. As you guys know, you guys have heard me talk about energy so much. Basically, in a nutshell, what I do with my private clients is we clear that energy. The reason we can clear it is it doesn't belong to us. So let me go ahead and break it down from the beginning with the anatomy of these energies. As you guys heard me say in my videos countless times, we are all energy, right? Energy vibrates at a certain frequency. Fear, worry, anxiety, doubt, not feeling good enough, all vibrate at a very low frequency. How do you know that? Because they feel like poo-poo in our body, right? On the opposite end of the spectrum, love, joy, fulfillment, peace, connection with other beautiful beings, excitement, adventure, all of these vibrate at a very, very high frequency. How do we know that? We feel amazing. Those frequencies feel amazing in our body. Now, why is that? Because our essence, okay, so if we take all these high vibe frequencies that I just mentioned, boil them all down, at the core, they're love. And at our core, our frequency is love. At our core and essence, I talk about this in my book, at our core and essence, we're love. So of course those frequencies vibrate at a high frequency and such a match with us because it's the essence of who we are. So it feels amazing when we're in those energies. So down here, these low vibrational frequencies, those, when you take all of them and boil them down, they boil down to fear. There is really only love in the absence of love, which is fear. So if we're not vibrating from our frequency, we're vibrating from here, it means it's not of our essence, right? It doesn't belong to us. So let me break that down in more practical terms so we can start to clear it. Okay. When we are young, up into the stage of about 6 to 8 years of age, we are in what's called a constant theta brainwave frequency. Theta brainwave is the same brainwave of hypnosis. So you know, in hypnosis, someone tells you something, it literally goes straight in. So for us as children, whatever they tell us goes straight in. And what happens is it goes straight into us. We hear it. There's no filter. Like now, if someone tells you, you're an idiot, or you're this, or you're that, you're like, block, right? We have a filter to do that. When we're little, we don't have that filter, so it goes straight in, and it goes straight into our subconscious. The conscious brain is 5% of our brain. The subconscious brain, this massive thing here, is 95% of our brain. Subconscious means it's below conscious or below our consciousness or awareness. So it's sitting below our awareness. So 95% of our brain is in this unconscious, subconscious place, and that's where all the poo-poo programming goes. I know, it's a really bad design. I'm gonna have to talk with God when I meet him or her. when I come face to face, I'm gonna be like, boo-boo, that was a bad design. And here's the thing. In an ideal world, it's a brilliant design, right? Because if you had ideal parents who were trained properly to be parents, ideal teachers, ideal siblings, we would be going around telling each other, you're amazing, you're brilliant, you're talented, and of course it just goes straight in. The flaw in the ointment is that we live in a world that is highly unconscious, and so what happens is that people will say to children, unfortunately, you're stupid, you're ugly, you're not, you can't play the piano, you can't sing, you can't do this, you can't do that. And unfortunately that goes straight into the subconscious. So now that child grows up and is trying to do something they really want to do. Let's say that child was told they were stupid. Now they're trying to go and be, let's say, I don't know, a doctor or something like that. But they're going to, for their chosen profession. They come up against that energy of, I'm not smart. But here's the challenging part. That energy isn't sitting in the conscious where they can look at it and go, oh, that's a lie, I am smart, and throw it out. It's sitting in the subconscious. So it's sitting there in the subconscious. We're not aware of it, so this poor guy or girl is going, why every single time I go to do something, I fail the test? Because the program saying you're stupid is sitting in the subconscious. So part of the reason I love working with my clients, and I love this work that I teach here on YouTube, on Instagram, and in my book, especially in my book, and with my private clients, is what we do is we go into the subconscious consciously and we reprogram it to a program that suits what it is we want to accomplish and achieve in our life. Like, okay, I was going to go into a story, but I'm going to save that. Message me below if you would like me to tell you my journey of my biggest pain point, which was I was told I was ugly growing up. And I had a speech impediment, and I think some of you, if you guys have listened to some of my videos before, you guys know this part of my jaw never grew. I was missing teeth, and so I had to have reconstructive surgery, and it really changed this. It was horrific surgery. I was swelling for a year. I wouldn't wish it on anybody, but I'm really grateful. It fixed the problems with my jaw, it fixed everything. So I'm very grateful for it, but it was a hellacious journey. But in that journey, I learned how to go from feeling very ugly to being able to own my own uniqueness. And so if you guys are interested, message me below, let me know, and I would love, I've been wanting to share that video with you guys anyway, so message me, let me know, and I would love to do that, because it's a pretty profound journey, and the learnings that I discovered from it are massive, and I think it could help a lot of people. But back to this video on how we deal with anxiety. So now that we're aware of just the anatomy of this energy of anxiety and how it's sitting in our body and how it got there, now your question to me is, okay, Dr. Elizabeth, that's great, but what do I do about it? I'm glad you asked. First thing, and we're going to talk about this here in the video, we are going to become aware of it. First step in doing that is to, like I say on my videos all the time, become clean, clear, and awake. And that's how you can become more aware. So, how do we do that? I'm going to give you guys 3 winnables. With my private clients, I never give homework. I think homework, it's like just, growing up at school and having to sit down and do your homework, which I always hated. So I like to say winnables because you can only win if you do it. So if you guys want to take on these 3 winnables, here they are. These are ways you can become more conscious and more aware so that you can begin to shift the subconscious. And I also want to share with you guys, this is the main crux of the work that I do with my private clients. Regardless of whether you want to step into being an entrepreneur, whether you want to manifest love, whether you want to manifest a healthier body, if you don't have it, there's something there that's blocking you from it. So the work that I do with my private clients, we go in and I clear energy. And it's such a beautiful, beautiful process because it's very different than therapy. In therapy, I just gave a talk. I just gave this wonderful talk for a mastermind group. It was Amanda Bucci's mastermind group. Oh, beautiful group of women. And one of the things, and they love this analogy, I said, with therapy, what happens, it's like having a big pot of dirty water. When you talk about it, you stir that water all up, right? You stir up all that dirty water, but it just stays there. But this energy clearing work that I do with my clients, it actually clears it out of the body in a really wonderful and efficient way. And once it's gone, it's gone. And then you can begin to consciously manifest the things that you want in your life without all these blocks in the way. Cool? Okay. So the 3 winnables that I'm going to have you guys do. Number 1, become more aware of your thoughts. Okay? I have a whole outlined exercises in my book. The biggest chapter in my book is heal, and that was done on purpose because you can't move forward with your life until you heal the things that are challenging you. And I break down all the exercises in my book. So if you don't have my book already, go get it. It offers some really, really great exercises on how to clear yourself emotionally, mentally, and physically. And that's what's going to get you clean, clear, and awake, so you can be more aware. Next, that's your winnable number 1. Winnable number 2, begin to incorporate all of the things I teach you about eating healthier. The reason I harp on you guys so much about eating healthy is because I talk about this in my book. Think of yourself like a beautiful instrument. Like, let's say, for example, a saxophone, such a sexy instrument. The best saxophone, the most masterful saxophone player in the world, cannot make that saxophone sing if it's clogged with junk. It's the same thing with us. The divine, the universe, God, whatever you want to, or yourself, can't make magical music or create what it is you want to create in your life with your own divine, magnificent, unique combinations of gifts and talents that you have to share. It can't do that if you're clogged with... I have to tell you guys hear that? We have, I call them love doves. They're mourning doves, and it's a family of mourning doves here on our balcony. I'm going to see if I can get you guys a little bit of footage. They've had 2 sets of babies. They built a nest maybe a couple months ago. They had a set of babies. Babies grew up, flew away, but the mommy and the daddy stayed here. They live here on our balcony. So cute. And so they just had another set of babies. And they're so cute. And so now the babies are just getting big enough that they're starting to walk around and starting to fly. So that's the noise that they make when they talk to each other. It's the sweetest thing in the world. Okay, back to you guys. So eating healthy keeps you clean. If you can stop eating junk, get rid of the meat. The meat clogs up your intestines. It clogs up your all the cells of your body. Eat as clean and healthy as possible. That helps keep you clean, clear, and awake so you can be more aware. Next, exercise. The healthier we are, and we get healthy by exercising, right? We get stronger, we get fitter, our cardiovascular system, it gets really strong. The more we exercise, the more we release endorphins, the more that wakes up our whole cellular structure. And that's a wonderful way to become more clean, clear, awake, alive, and aware. All right, my beloveds, those are your 3 winnables for today on how to begin to deal with anxiety. So this is the beginning. This is like part 1 of this video. I'm going to dive deeper into other, the next steps, but I had to lay the foundation first. This is really this kind of, I call it the anatomy of anxiety, because you have to be aware of what it is and what it's doing and why it's sitting in your body to begin with. And once you're aware of that, awareness is the key. Then you can clear. Oh, I just got bit by a mosquito. Ouch. That was not nice. All right, my beloveds. You guys know I love you so, 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 so much. I appreciate you for being here. Oh, I'm getting ready to do my Patreon podcast for the month. So if you guys haven't already, go check out Patreon. I do a podcast every single month. And it's just a real fun way to connect with me over there. I just dive deeper into the conversations that I do here. Let's see what else. You guys hear me say this all the time. You can do this. I'm telling you, you can do this. And I know I say that all the time, but I really want you guys to hear that because it's true. The scariest part is just the first step. It's like anything. You know, I was having anxiety today. I had so much stuff to do, and I was just like, oh my God, I have to make a video. What am I going to make a video about? Oh, I should make a video on anxiety. And guess what? This video made me feel better. So I hope it makes you guys feel better. All right, my beloveds. Until next time, I just know that I love you guys so, 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 so much. And I'll see you next week. Mwah.